All right, Dallas, so I got to ask you off the bat. Growing up, who were some of your favorite players?
Oh, man, favorite players? Well, we can start with pitchers. Kirk Reeder, big lefty out of San Francisco.
Yes.
Maybe not big lefty. Woody was his name. If you don't know, get up on game. Randy Johnson, obviously, the big unit, number 51. I rock number 51 in honor of Randy, also because I got some OCD. It just pissed me off to have to stare at an odd number. The Thrill. Come on. Yes. Left-hander Will the Thrill.
Will Thrill Clark.
I mean, obviously, the kid rocking the backwards lid, showing everybody how to have a good time. I mean, the list is super long. Mark McGwire, I mean, the Bay, when you're talking home runs, you know about the Bash Brothers, Jose and Big Mac. I mean, so those are some of the guys those are guys on my wall. Those are poster guys for me.
Okay, so we're going to have some fun here. I do this with all the players and even former players. Your Mount Rushmore. I need one catcher, one infielder, one outfielder, one pitcher. So your catcher.
Oh man!
Yeah, I know this stumps everybody.
Is this all time, or is this my era? Is this
your personal preference? You can do either or.
I mean, it's really hard not to pick Pudge as a catcher. It's really hard not to do that because you're getting love on both sides of the ball there. So I'm going to go ahead and throw Pudge up there.
All right, one infielder.
One infielder.
So I'm going to give you a little thing on this. So about 200, I'd say 200 interviews I've done with players. There's been a 95% on one person.
Really?
And that guy's Derek Jeter.
Sure.
But you could be the difference.
He was probably not even on my radar, if I'm being totally honest.
That's right. Hey, I love it.
Not even on my radar. I mean, man, infielder. Because part of me wants to give love to some of the underdogs. A guy like Dustin Pedroia.
Yeah, awesome legend.
Part of me wants to give love to a guy like Todd Helton, a big bopper over at first baseball. Oh man. You know what? Infielder, I'm going to give the love. No, you know what? How do I not give it to Cal Ripken Jr.?
Hey, legend.
How do I not give it to Cal Ripken Jr.?
You got it to, right? Legend.
So go ahead and tab Cal.
Okay.
Outfielder. Oh, damn. I mean, how is it not King Griffey Jr.?
Okay.
It's absolutely. Could be Andrew Jones, but it's probably King Griffey Jr.
I like that.
So we're going to roll with the kid. And then.
One pitcher.
I mean, this is a toss-up. I don't know how you don't go Pedro, and I don't know how you don't go Randy if you haven't gone Pedro. So can I go
Pedro Johnson?
I'm gonna go Pedro unit.
I like that. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so I gotta ask you, man, the first time you saw yourself on a video game, what did you think?
I lost my mind. Am I allowed to use 4-letter words here?
Go ahead.
I lost my shit. I absolutely lost my shit. There's 3 things you want growing up. I want my own poster. I want my own baseball card. And I want to be in a video game.
Yes.
I want to run with me on the sticks. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. So when I saw myself in MLB The Show for the first time, I was beside myself.
I love that.
Beside myself.
I love that. So let's just say if we went back in time and you could have your own walk-up song. It's named after you. You could pick any artist to do the song. Who would you want to do that song?
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, I think about Creedence Clearwater Revival. I'm getting nostalgic here. That was one of my mother's favorite bands, one of her favorite songs. So it might be CCR, but I think about, I don't know, honestly, I would probably want a Spanish song because Sergio Romo comes out to an absolute banger.
Yes, he does.
El Machón.
He does.
The Lock. So maybe whoever's drumming up El Machón, maybe if I could get some from them, they could spit something, that'd be nice.
I like that. So we look at baseball today, and then let's just say you see a guy like Shohei Ohtani that can do, not only pitch, probably can win you 15 to 20 games.
Does it all.
But 40 home runs. What do you think about that?
I think that people need to really appreciate what you're seeing. And the way I think you can do that, the easiest way to do that is just think about your favorite player and then think about him doing the other thing that he doesn't do. So if your favorite player is a pitcher, think about who that is, and then imagine if that guy hit 40 home runs a year.
It's like a video game.
And hit cleanup in your lineup. Well, imagine if your guy was your favorite hitter, right? Imagine if your favorite hitter could go out and throw a complete game shutout for you, punch out 12. That's what Ohtani does. So he is quite literally the rarest breed you've ever seen, you've ever talked about. You've only ever heard about things like this. He is hypothetical in human form, right? You just have never really thought about what that would look like, and now you're seeing it.
So I've always wanted to ask you this. So that perfect game situation, when you're in that moment, does it come across your mind, or you being reminded, like when you go back to the dugout, like, hey, you're almost there? How was that moment, man? Because, you know, I've asked like NBA players, like, hey, when you score 50 points, was it on your mind? They're like, you just black out, and then you realize, hey, it's there. For you, you're getting reminded because the scoreboard's everywhere. I'm pretty sure people tell you that moment it happening. How did that feel?
Well, I blacked out the night before, so I didn't have to worry about feeling any sort of thing
there you go.
on the diamond the next day. No, but
like
I was the guy who I didn't talk to my teammates on my start day. I just felt like I wasn't good enough to be to be myself on my start day. I had to kind of create this different mindset, and so I wasn't somebody who was spoken to throughout the game. None of that mattered, so it wasn't one of those days that it was any different. It was business as usual. The idea that I kept getting outs might have been a little different. That probably surprised a lot of people. Like, damn, this guy's still out there. Yeah. He's still getting outs. So there was no conversation had until after, thank goodness, everything happened, and as a team we're able to celebrate.
I like that. So one final question. So when you're on the mound, who was that one batter that you saw at the play? You were like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Who was that guy?
Well, in my era, I mean, I've had some absolute thumpers, right? I've been fortunate enough to square off some guys. And a guy who is in rare air, a guy who got the legacy nod this season. He's got another year left on his contract, but a guy by the name of Miguel Cabrera.
Yeah.
You're talking about one of the most feared hitters of all time, Triple Crown winner, potentially the greatest right-hand hitter of all time. I know some folks are going to throw Manny Ramirez in that conversation. Not going to hear an argument from me there, but you can feel him when he steps into the box. The fans can feel him.
Yes.
You feel the fans feeling him.
Yeah.
And the last thing you want to do is have him feeling himself making 3 left turns against you. And Miguel Cabrera, more times than not, was that dude. So
I love that.
Tough ass AB.
Well, man, Dallas, I appreciate you and everybody. I'm going to post all his information in there. Follow my guy, man. He's a sneakerhead. You know what? I noticed something, too. Jordan 3s yesterday. Now you're wearing Jordan 1s. You know what? I got to ask you a sneaker question real quick. So what is your favorite, like, shoe? You're a retro guy, it seems like.
Yeah, I'm an 11 guy. I'm a 4 guy. Okay. I can dabble in the 3s. I got the 3s for the road scheme. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Got the black and the green and cement. So I'm an 11 guy, though. That's where my heart is, the 11s. And, you know, I copped, I think I've got probably the first 14 LeBrons, but not collecting on the level that I do collect some of the J's. So
I like that. Got
to stay fly.
Well, everybody, once again, be sure to follow my guy. He has a great podcast. He's doing great things out here. One of my favorite.
Baseball is dead, or is it? Holland.
Yeah, all right. Appreciate you, boss.
All day. Yes, sir.